We've already told you which players to select in your fantasy football team for the 201,718 season, but which Premier League stars should you avoid at all costs? There are a number of expensive players in the game who aren't guaranteed to score you points, and if you want to top your league, you're best off avoiding wasting your cash on these big names. But who are the players to steer clear of the season? Premier League transfer roundup. Liverpool resists Coutinho bid. Find out below. Francis Coquelin, £4.5 million. Coquelin is never likely to pick up that many points playing in defensive midfield. Plus his penchant for yellow cards is going to cost you precious points. Jordan Pickford, £5 million. A risk picking Pickford at this stage, with the Everton number 1 shirt still up for grabs. Best not to pick Pickford. Getty. Ilkay Gundogan, £5.5 million. At £5.5 million, HES reasonably priced, but there's still no firm indication on when he will return from a long-time injury. Avoid Virgil van Dijk, £5.5 million, one of the best defenders in the league, but crocked. Danny Rose, £6.5 million, carrying an injury. And will Mauricio Pochettino favour Ben Davies at left-back after the Yorkshireman's ill-timed interview? Rose looks to be on the verge of leaving Spurs. Getty. Cesc Fabregas, £7 million. The Spanish midfielder is always a popular fantasy football pick. But will he lose his place in Chelsea's starting 11 to Temore Bakayoko? Santi Cazorla, £7 million. Will he ever return from injury? Until he does, don't go near. Ross Barkley, £7.5 million. The England international is currently at loggerheads with Ronald Koeman over a move away from Goodison Park. Best left out of your squad until his future is resolved. Barkley has 1 year left on his contract. Getty. Adam Lallana, £7.5 million. Lallana has been a solid fantasy football pick for the past 2 seasons now. But the midfielder has just been ruled out for 3 months, meaning you'd be a very silly Billy to pick him. Fernando Llorente, £7.5 million, expensive and injured. Not the wisest of picks. Vincent Janssen, £7.5 million, ludicrously overpriced considering that he scored just 2 goals in the Premier League last season. He's never going to replace Harry Kane in Tottenham's first team, so avoid at all costs. Janssen is an expensive option. Getty. Wayne Rooney, £7.5 million. Rooney doesn't come cheap and is no longer the regular goal scorer he used to be. Anthony Martial, £8 million. Rather bizarrely, Martial cost the same as Paul Pogba, who is a guaranteed starter. Martial isn't, and you're probably best steering clear. Bernardo Silva, £8 million, could prove a sensational signing for City, but will be an automatic starter under Pep Guardiola. The 23-year-old may take some time to bed into the first team. Will Silva slot straight into City's first team? Getty. Son Heung-min, £8 million, unlikely to feature this weekend with an injury. Also a fairly expensive pick given that helps a squad player. Olivier Giroud, £8.5 million, an expensive pick and likely to spend a lot of time on the bench now that Arsenal have signed Alexandre Lacazette. Alvaro Morata, £10 million, is yet to start a game for Chelsea. The striker is one of the most expensive players in the game and simply isn't worth the risk at this stage. Morata may take time to adjust to English football. Getty. Eden Hazard, £10.5 million. The Belgian is one of the best players in the Premier League, but could miss the whole of the first month of the season with an ankle injury. Sergio Aguero, £11.5 million, a proven goal scorer, but will he start every week at £11.5 million? Picking Aguero is a big gamble. Alexis Sanchez, £12 million. He may have been one of the best picks last season, but Sanchez starts this campaign with an abdominal injury and with his future undecided. Enter the Indie Football League on the Premier League Fantasy Football website, with the code 1,199,952,691,451. Reuse content.